Hello and welcome to TechIden. My name is Shatoki. So this is your fourth video on the series of Java programming. In this video I'll be going to show you what are data types and variables in Java. But before I start teaching you that, first you have to save your file and you have to write your code in that file. So first you have to save it, of course. You know how to do that in Notepad++, right? Go to language, go to Java and click on file over here. Click on save as, choose your destination. For me it's Java tutorial 4, makes sense. Give a name, I'm giving it data vary, and just click on save. And be sure that you start the name of your file with an uppercase letter. It's just good practice. I suggest you do that. Click on save. So you're set, and after you're set, start writing your code. You know how to start that, right? Start with a class, write the name of your file, that is data vary, hit enter. Start your block using curly braces. This is the block of your class. Then start writing public static void main, give string args as parameter, string args as parameter, and hit enter again. Now start the block of your main. Now here you will write your main code for this variable declaration or whatever that is. I'm going to teach you. So what are variables? First you should know that. And what are, of course, data types? I'll be starting to give you an example of that. Suppose you went to the supermarket to buy some milk, and they don't offer this packaged milk and you have to buy loose milk. That's that's their rule. You have to obey that. So suppose you want to buy a 1 liter milk. 1 liter, okay, you want to buy 1 liter milk. So you take a 1 liter container with you, So data types in Java is actually your amount, that is your 1 liter, and variables is actually the container. So 1 liter container, you get the idea, right? Data types are the amount, what is the amount you want to save, and variable is your container. So there are two processes in variables in Java. You have to declare them first, then you have to initialize them. You can do both at once, but it's very important that you declare them first before you initialize them. That's a very important process. Okay, first let's go to data type. So actually there are 8 primitive data types in Java, but don't remember them as like that. Just remember that there are 4 categories to distinguish the data types. The first category is integer. In integer you can save just the whole numbers. So for integer there are 4 data types called byte, short, int, long. You can use any one of them if you want to save an integer value. And remember, I'm just talking about numbers, nothing else. And after integer there is floating point numbers. Floating point includes float, double. These are I'm telling the name of the data types, okay? So remember that. And these are just for storing numbers. Floating point is actually for storing decimal numbers. Decimal points, there are numbers in which you can have decimal points. Then there is character, to store one character, or you can even store an ASCII value. For that there is char, the data type is char. And then there is boolean. Boolean is for storing two values, that is true or false. You can store any one of them. And suppose I'll be declaring data type. First I have to write the data type name, what data type I want to use. So let's store an integer value. So I want to use int. Write the name of the data type, give a space, write the name of your variable. The variable name is, suppose I say rent, and give a semicolon. This is called the declaration of a variable. This is how you declare a variable. Now you're coming to the initialization part. The initialization part, I'm saying that rent equal to, suppose it's just 600 for me, give a semicolon. So this is the initialization part. Int rent is the declaration, and rent equal to 600 is the initialization. Declaration is actually you are declaring a variable named rent, which is of the data type int. So after then you can declare several variables all at once. Suppose I'm using double for now. I'm using a, b, c. So this declares 3 variables for you, which are of type double, that is you can store decimal points in them, like a equal to 52.32, b equal to 98.36. you get the idea, right? So this can store decimal points. So you can do anything with the variables. Of course, you can print them, or you can do whatever. Like I'm printing them, like I'm saying system, you know how to print, right? System dot out dot println, type like something, my rent is, and you have to know how to concatenate in a string. You know, suppose you write something, you print something on the screen. You have written a string and you want to concatenate a value with the string. The value is declared somewhere above, like right now I've declared in this rent, that's a variable. So for concatenating you have to use the plus sign in Java, plus, and by using the plus sign you can concatenate. Just type in rent, that's all, give a semicolon, and after that you can run this file. Click on save here. You know how to run, like type cmd in the search bar, hit enter. After that go to the destination file. For me it's somewhere in Tekiden, and in Tekiden I have to go to Java tutorial 4 and hit enter, and here my file is. My file is named datavari.java, so I'll run my java c, that is my Java executable file, datavari.java, this is the name of my file, and hit enter. The compilation is starting right here, and it will be compiled in just a second. So you get the idea, right? So yeah, it's compiled. After the compilation is done, you can run it by typing Java, just the name of a file, that is datavari for me, and hit enter. See, after you hit enter, see it's sent. My rent is 600. See, it's concatenated, and it's just that you have not given a space, so it's like it's attached to this is 600. If you give a space, it will not be attached. And this is how you take in and declare and define variables in Java. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.